Well, hello internets, here we are. Got ourselves a little bit of a vlog rattling around in my head here. Thought I would bring her on out and share it with you guys. I know I've already touched on the paint department of the big box orange. However, I thought, let's give the store another try. Recently I had the need for some lumber. I was building another project, and I went into their store, and I had some mixed interactions with people. So I only picked up the bare minimum that I needed, and I hadn't been back for a while. And then here, about a month later, I went back into their store, and just before the holiday season got into full swing here, and I didn't have a single person say to me good morning or hello. I didn't see a single smiling face, like you'd see them anyway, because they're all hiding behind masks. Every single one of the cashiers were hiding behind a plexiglass shield, like you're gonna try to rob them or something. But apparently that's not their problem. That's got to do with the government and things let out by the head company. So whatever. But when you ask a staff for help and they act like they don't want to help you, when you are in the store, they're not happy to see you, they don't greet you, they make you feel like you're inconveniencing them, like you made them get up at 7 o'clock in the morning to open the store so you can go down there to buy your building material. It's like they got anything better to do anyway than play video games at home or whatever these kids do. I've had these experiences myself for like the last couple of years around this store. And I always thought, okay, fine, it's me. I'm getting old and cranky in my age, and maybe my past experience of working there and being part of the team and knowing how things are supposed to run has tainted me and made me realize the store is not being run proper now. However, no, it's this is real, because other people, even on social media, have commented, and even my own family members who I hadn't talked to about this had commented as well. And when I was in there buying building material, I had to sort through probably 15 or 20 2x2 8-footers to find 5 that weren't bowed or twisted. Which, okay, fine, you can deal with some twists, you can deal with some bows, but these I know they're operating the store in Canada, but we don't, and I know it's winter time, but we don't need hockey sticks here quite that bad yet to take their 2x2s and make them into hockey sticks. So here I am sorting through, and I've got a sore back, and I'm still having some issues, but not a single person came by to offer to help me sort through their hockey stick collection to try to find 5 or 4 straight 2x2 8s. As it was, I found 4 straight ones, and I bought one crooked one because I only needed about 2 feet off it. So, and the price they were asking for it was ridiculous. At least if they're crooked or bowed, at least give them at the discount. Apparently lumber prices have gone up because of all this, and it has caused quite a ripple effect. You know, I went to their screws, and their screw aisle, of course, was well stocked. I was able to get what I wanted in and out of there, and I went for a construction speed square that was advertised in the flyer, and it wasn't where the computer said it should be. And I asked one of the associates, hey, can you price match this one and get me out the door? It was only a few dollars more. I would have just bought it just to have bought it, but it's the point of it, right? When they don't have their stock in hand that's advertised, or they can't find their stock because they're that disorganized, then, or at least in the past anyway, we've just let them have one that was close for the same price, or price match it kind of a thing, and then out the door they go. But instead, he calls another guy, which calls another guy, and then here they're on this magical hunt for the whole store, and it was like, what was it, about 45 minutes by the time I was out of that store completely. I believe it was close to 25 minutes they were hunting for this item. That wasn't even there, making the customer wait. Now I know I have nothing but time on my hands right now, but what if this was somebody of importance? What if this was somebody who stopped to get 2x2s while heading to a job site, or heading somewhere important, and you made this guy wait for 25 minutes while you went on this imaginary hunt for something that's probably jammed in a corner somewhere under a pile of other stuff that you're not going to sell. And then in 6 months, when you finally find it, you're going to clearance those items out because now they're old stock and they're not needed. Which I've seen this happen before at the store, even when I worked there. Back in the day, they got in a whole pallet full of Dremel multi-tools. And the computer said they were on hand and where they were, but they weren't there. And I found them, but apparently I didn't know what I was talking about. They sat up on the top shelf for the longest time, and I even sold a few off the top shelf at like the $150 regular price. Suddenly, one day they're old stock, they pull them down, and here they're booting them out for like 45 bucks a piece. Just think how many of those multi-tools you could have sold at regular price if a person would have brought them down when a staff would have brought them to their attention, because customers actually wanted them at that time. And it's sad to see customer service dwindle or fail like that. I know things are a little bit stressful right now. I know things are a little bit chaotic, but it doesn't cost nothing to have a smile. I know probably your hours have been cut. I know probably you guys have been forced to get injections that you may or may not be for. I know you're probably being psychologically manipulated by management or whoever, and really you guys are trapped in a mortgage, trapped in a car payment, and you have nowhere else to go for a job. But at the same time, if you don't want to be there, then don't be there. At the same time, if you have to be there, then make the best of the situation. Say good morning to the customer. Say hello to the customer. The customer asks you for help on something. Do your best to help them. Don't just say it's not my department and keep walking. Or if you have no idea about the certain items in whatever department, then find somebody that does. There still are knowledgeable people out there that have worked with these tools or have worked with these fittings that know what they are. Don't just wing it off the top of your head and give wrong advice, or don't just say it's not my job and keep walking, because that's what discourages customers. That's what makes customers leave their cart full of 2x2 8s and screws behind and go across the street and buy a bunch of stuff. When they did that to me that day, I walked out of their store and I went across the way after a couple of days and I bought my material that I needed. I bought more than what I was going to buy there, because the store across the way made me feel better, made me feel at home, welcomed me when I walked into their store, welcomed me and thanked me for shopping in their store, actually came and lent me their eyes to see if those number 6 screws were the number 2 Robertson head or the number 1 Robertson head, because I couldn't see the fine print on the box, nor could I remember from back in the day what size of bit those tiny little screws needed. And really, by their fail of customer service and fail of their management, it discourages customers from returning. It discourages customers from recommending their store, and customers do go other places, and then the loss of income causes a ripple effect, all because of staff that weren't happy that day, management that are not happy in their jobs, and eventually, if that keeps up, there'll be big issues in those locations. But just a little something that I ran into, something that I wanted to share. I guess it is what it is, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.